Hey everyone, welcome back to Factorio. I'm your host, as it were, Board Bob. So we are playing space exploration mod, and we are doing Lazy Bastard. And so far we're doing pretty good. We have 0 things built by hand. The goal, of course, like I had said originally, is to do nothing by hand. Given the mods that we have, I think we can do that. So last episode we had set up Yellow Science. We got it going, and I ran the science, and we now have artillery. So we have artillery wagons, what have you, and I'm just letting them fill up. Now, the thing with these artillery shells, they only go 1 per slot, so you know they take up a lot of space. It would be cool, and I don't know, maybe there's a mod for it, if we could shoot nuclear weapons, kind of like the atomic gun that the military developed back in the age of atomic proliferation, what have you, nuclear proliferation. Anyway, yeah. So we'll see about that. We'll see if we can't find something. I know there are missiles that you can get that are nukes, and we're going to work our way in that direction. In fact, that's where we're headed right now. It's a 5,000 research, though. It is going to take forever. Anyway, in the meantime, we have reached the point where we can complete this Lazy Bastard challenge. It's going to take us a little bit to do it. It's not going to be a right away thing. But we're to the point where we can launch a rocket. And the Lazy Bastard challenge, of course, the game officially, you've completed the game when you launch your first rocket satellite. Now, with this mod, there's a lot of space stuff, so we're going to go to other planets and things like that. But, in regards to the Lazy Bastard achievement, we're going to work on that now. And specifically, where is it? Win the game by manually crafting no more than 111 items. Now, I happen to know that means you got to launch a rocket. Not because right now there's no end game, or at least is the end game. What do we got? Yeah, these guys are attacking. We went around and fixed some stuff, and they keep, they're gonna keep doing that. We know that. That's why we got artillery. So, now, because of the space exploration mod, there are multiple silos now. So, I don't know which silo is the right one, but I'm going to assume it's the one for the base mod, which is satellite rocket silo is what they call it for now, as opposed to just rocket silo. Because there's also a cargo rocket silo. But we are going to go ahead, and the rocket silo takes a fair amount of stuff, so I went around and I hand gathered it. We only need one, so we don't have to automate it. And I just built it. I mean, we'll want more later, but for right now, there it is. Now, we put that down, we can start building a rocket. And these are the things we need for a rocket part. We need 5 of each of these, and that will make 1 rocket part. It's a percentage. So 1 rocket part is 1%. So we need to make 100 of these suckers. So that is 500 heat shields, 500 low density, 500 rocket, 500 solid fuel. We're not making rocket control parts yet. We're not making solid rocket fuel yet. Solid rocket fuel is relatively simple to make. We'll make that down in the refinery. But rocket control units is what we need to be making, because the other ones we can pluck off of here. It's going to hurt our science, but we're in no hurry for atomic bombs at this point. But we need to make the rocket control units, and that is reds, blues, batteries, glass, and plate. Now we happen to be making blue circuits over here and red circuits over here. Now we're not making a lot. And it's going to take, but it's only going to take 1 at a time for those, and 5 of the reds. Mostly what we're hurting on is the greens again. which we will continue to always hurt on the greens. And we need to up our wire production and what have you, which incidentally, I did increase it some, but because of the throughput, it is what it is. So what we may eventually do is we may add on down here local fabrication for copper cable, and that'll help us because we can pull off of this copper line and increase that, and we will probably do that. In fact, I know we're going to do that. In the interim though, let us go ahead and start creating rocket control units. And since everything else is going to be pulled off of up here, because that's where the heat shields are closed and the other stuff is closed, I thought we'd go ahead and make it up here. So we need the blues, the green, or the blues, the reds, batteries, and glass plate and iron. So the blues and the reds are here. Batteries, glass plate, and iron are on our bus. I do believe batteries are on our bus as well. Let me make sure. I could have sworn, there's batteries. Okay, so we have batteries on the bus. So if we make it, like say right in here, and again, we're not going to be very fast with this because this is not producing very fast. So we're just going to make one. Alright, and we're going to just set her right there. You know what, let's fill the rest of that in, because we are going to need inputs for each of these. We're going to need actually, I think if it's equal amounts of, well, solid rocket fuel we're going to bring in as its own line. So we really need, and we can, you know what, let's do this. Let's do all 4 components as their own things. It's silly, but we're silly. We need inserters. Let's grab some inserters. We're also going to need some belts and some splitters and some underground, so we might as well grab everything. I just got done using up a lot of it because I built a lot of other stupid little things. Like for instance, this is our artillery shell production. And so we had to run stuff down for that. It requires radar, so we had to build a radar manufacturing and what have you, but we got it all set up. Radar's pretty simple. Radar is, green circuits, electric motors, bricks, and plates. So it is a relatively simple configuration. Let's grab some long-handeds. We don't really need any fast inserters. We need all of that. I'd like to know where we lost that one underground. Alright, we're going to go grab some more undergrounds because we're going to want them. We're probably going to want some more splitters. And we're probably going to want some more belts. Alright? Alright, let's go up here and do this. Because we can get our rocket started. And while we're doing a bunch of other things, it can just build away slowly but surely. When it's ready, it's ready. Now, we won't launch it until we put a satellite in it, because that'll be what we need to finish the game. We also, there's a couple of other things you can put in this satellite, or in this rocket. And we're going to do that as part of the game. You could put fish in it, and you will get the thanks for all the fish achievement, which is a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if you're familiar with that. Oh, and of course. We walked all the way over there and we didn't get. We need poles. We have some poles. We don't have a lot of poles. And since we have a lot of things to cover for that area, we're going to get some medium poles, maybe even a substation or two, rather than little telephone poles. We're going to get some little telephone poles too, because we only got 14 of them left. Also, I went fishing. I caught a bunch of fish. Fish are a lot easier to catch with the with the nanobots. You just use the deconstruction blueprint and send them out, and they will go pick them up for you. Now you can do the same thing with regular bots too, by the way. But they will go fishing for you. And yes, I know using the nanobots for fishing is kind of wasteful, but I needed some fish and I didn't want to walk around and pick up little dots. So we just went ahead and did it. Now, right now we've only got 5 running because we've burned through all that science. Because keep in mind, artillery was 2,000 science or something like that. So we burned through a lot of the science that we had. And that's okay. Burn, babies, burn. So what if we did this? Will that reach? That'll reach everything. If we set it off to the side here, bring it 1 down, or even 2 down, it's still within our... Yeah, there we go. What if we put that there? Can we do that? No. Wishful thinking. Oh well. Got to maintain that loop. Alright, so now all of that is powered. So now this needs to be made into rocket control module. So we're going to need blue plates, or blue circuits, red circuits, batteries, glass, and steel plates. So, or iron plates. So we want to bring up batteries. Right, and we want to bring up glass. We split here, back by 1. Right, there's glass, iron plates, and can we, I think we can fit it right there. Right, there's that. And then we need reds and blues. So if we pick this off here, and like I say, I know this is going to starve this. I know that's going to be the case. And I'm okay with that, because like I say, we will up that production soon enough. Now, we need to pick off from our red circuits. How do we snake out of here? Well, tell you how we snake out of here. We get rid of that. Move that pole. Oh, we don't even really need to move it, but we're going to move it anyway. Right? Right. Embrace the spaghetti. Okay, there we go. So there's that, and then that can come up there. Boom, right? What else do we need? All right, we need rocket fuel, which we'll work on. Low density structures. Now we are making low density structures over here. So, again, we are going to be robbing from our science, but I don't care, because I'm Jimmy, and Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. Alright, there's that. Next we need heat shields. Now heat shields are down here. We're making them for the purple for the furnaces. Making them right here. Right? Right. We're making them right there. So if we why are alright, so we got one going over there and one going over there and up. Okay, so that's why. Just trying to figure out a good way that we can pluck off of both of these. I say. This is going to look weird as hell, I know. But if we pluck with that one there, right? And then we pluck this one here. That puts us heat shields on both sides of that belt. We're bringing a full belt up that way. And that way we're getting both sets of machines, all 4 machines. So we're not starving just one side. Now, let's see if we can come up through here. And I know these will reach further. No, we can't come up through there. We gotta move over one. I know they'll reach further than the other ones, but just for sake of uniformity. All right. Embrace the spaghetti, right? Oops. Where is it? Right there. Shit. Okay. And that's going to fill up eventually. Anyway. Alright, so now we just need solid rocket fuel. Solid rocket fuel is done in a refinery, and we just take light oil, which, if memory serves me right, we have no other use for light oil right now. But we do need a refinery to do this. So I think what we're doing right now is we're cracking light oil into gas because we had no use for it. So this will just help us with our balancing act on that. Because one of the things with the fluid system is if one of them gets full, none of them produce. Chemical plant. We only have one, we only need one, we need pipes. We want pipes. Might want to pump. Might want to pump you up. So this actually, in a way, helps us with our fluid balancing. Because, like I said, I don't believe... Yeah, see, we're not using light oil for anything other than to crack it back into petroleum gas. So, that's why we have an extra tank here. So what if we do this? What if we, since we have an extra tank conveniently located there that we can hook a pipe up to, let's put this here. Let us grab this, put that into that. Tell that to make rocket fuel Oil refinery. Oh crap! Not a chem plant. A refinery. Scheiße. I think I have a chem plant. So it needs light oil and solid fuel. Oh, wait. Solid fuel is also in a refinery. So solid fuel's in a refinery. And then we take the solid fuel and turn the solid fuel into rocket fuel. And we need a fuel refinery to do both of those. Right? Fuel refinery. Not just a refinery, a fuel refinery. Which, it seems to me... Yeah, see, we built a fuel refinery. This is the refinery in the main game. This is the refinery in the mod. So we need 2 of those. So what does it take to make one of those? Electric motors, stone bricks, glass, and steel. Alright, all of it's up here on the bus. How many electric motors do we need? 20. Big deal. 20. Pipes we got. Stone bricks, we need 20 stone bricks. Alright. 20 glass. I was going to say, I'm surprised we don't need glass, but we do need glass. There's glass. And 20 steel plates, of course. Alright, there we go. We can make one. Now we have the technology, we can make one, which means we can make 2 of them. Or, we'll have 2 of them. So then we can make rocket fuel. And again, this is not a hurried process right now. We're not trying to launch a rocket a minute or anything like that, which is end game goal for a lot of people, is high science per minute output, high rocket per minute output, etc. We're just right now looking to complete the goal of you know what? Let's move it over 1 of lazy bastard. Alright, so this is going to make solid fuel out of light oil. This is going to make... Scared me for a minute. I don't know what this vulcanite rock is. That's a space game. Alright, so there's light oil as well. So we need to go to that one, to that one. And then we need to put that into that. So that, into that, into that, gives us that. That'll go into that. And then that's going to come out here onto a belt. And then that belt is going to go like that, like that, like that, like that, to give us a full belt. So if we put that there and we hook that up, we're still on the wrong side. If we put it on that side, we catch all of it with one. That will go into there, that will come out there. Woohoo! Okay, now we just need to bring that up watching the mini-map, see when I'm sort of lined up. So somewhere in here, we need to come up. If we sneak it right here, we can come right up between these two lines. And then run into that. The spaghetti is real. All right. Almost there. Will that reach the whole way? No, it won't. Of course it won't. Why would it? There we go. How's that looking? Oh yeah, see they're not, and that's about all the farther they get, generally speaking, is halfway. They don't make it all the way through. Now the rocket fuel is twice as much as the other two, but that's okay. Like I say, we're just gonna let it run. If we decide we need to, we'll double up on refineries down there. There we go. 2%. Oh, it's 2% per time. I thought it was 1% per. That's a little easier, even. Cool. Now, we're not going to push auto launch with cargo because we want to put a satellite in there. So we might as well make our satellite. And a satellite requires 50 blue processors, 50 low density, 50 solid rocket. Holy crapski. It's greedy. Alright, so let us... We're going to snag these blue chips, because we're going to need all the blue chips temporarily. There you go, there's 50. Because we only need one of these. 50 low densities. Um, 50 solid rocket fuel is going to be the one. We're going to need 50 of those. We'll let them build up. Screw it. 10 solar panels, 10 accumulators. We got accumulators and we're making radars and we're making glass. We need solar panels. Solar panels need, and we need how many? 10. So 10 times whatever this number is. So we need 150 green circuits. There we go. We need 50 glass. We need 50 copper plates. Those are easy. There we go. And we need 50 steel plates. And then we need electric circuits. We got glass, copper, okay. So we got everything we need to make our solar panels. So we'll tell that solar panels, put all that crap in there and let that cook. Right? Right. Okay. And that will make our 10 solar panels. So while we're doing that, let's go get our accumulators and our radar. There's our accumulators. And I don't care how many of these we pick up because we're going to place them anyway. We only need one. We got 12. Big deal. All right. Oops, where is there this? So we got 6, 7. Need 3 more. Two more. Come on. I'm not a patient person sometimes. There it is. All right. So now let's take this up here. Sit it down. $10, $20, $30, $40. We need 7 more. 1. What else do we need? We need glass. How much glass do we need? Oh, we need 50 glass. All right, well. Oh, because we used the glass to make the solar panels. Let's go get some more glass. There we go. Alright, so there is our satellite. Ta-da! We're going to take a crate. I'm going to put a crate right there. We're going to put our satellite in our crate. And then we're going to go up here. And we're going to catch that fish. And we're going to put the fish in the crate too. We're going to let that go back to building the rocket. And it's going to take a while because of that. Alright, let's go get some more motors and stuff. Let's build a second one of those because it's so slow. We're going to build a second one. Alright. So, we need 20, so we want 40. Right? Pipe, we got plenty. We need 40 stone bricks. We need 40 glass. Easy way to get into the glass, not really. And we need 40 steel plates. Alright. See, the whole lazy bastard thing, really honestly, if you keep an assembler with you and you are somewhere near power, it's not that hard. It's just time consuming. Because everything's got to be done in an assembler. Now, on the vanilla game, I think the minimum... Now, it has changed a little bit because now you can craft refineries in even the tier 1 assemblers. It used to be you had to have a higher level assembler, and those were difficult to come by. So, is it that is holding up the process? Yeah. Because these craft every 6 seconds. Oh, alright. Maybe that'll help. There we go. That'll help with that. It's still a little slow. So maybe we don't need 2 of those. Maybe we just need that. Only it doesn't fit because of the... Well, let's do this. If we stick that... Can we stick that? Why won't that fit? Oh, because I'm in the way. Right? And we tell that solid fuel as well. And then we say that there. And that to that. Now, we need to bring this down here instead. Oops. To make it work. Because that has to be hooked up. Alright. But, can we then do this? Tell that to make that. And then it's filling it twice as fast. Maybe that's all we needed. We just needed the one plant. We didn't need... Yeah, so they're doing good. Alright. So maybe that helps. And let's make sure this is still connected. Yeah, it's still producing. Alright, we're still good. Alright. So now, in theory... Yeah, see, even though we're robbing from there, this is going to catch up because it's not going to keep up with our solid fuel, or our rocket fuel. And this is not going to be overly super fast. This is pretty slow. And we're not going to make a second one of these. We're just going to let it run. It has everything it needs. It's just 30 seconds to craft one. I mean, I suppose we could put speed modules or something in there, but screw it, we're not going to. But what we're going to do, because we got everything set up now, and this is actually 2% of time, when it comes time to launch, we're going to launch the fish first. We might as well go ahead and launch the first one with the fish in it. Get our thanks for all the fish achievement, just for the fun of it, and then launch the satellite. Now, I've never done it, but it is my understanding that you can also load a vehicle into the rocket and then get in the vehicle and then launch the rocket, and it actually launches you, but you don't really, I mean, you see the map go by, but that's all that happens because in the vanilla game. But we're not going to do that since we're going to go into space in this game anyway. So there is that. So we have done all of the things that we needed to do. We've got our rockets building. So let's do this. Let's put this down here so we can make ourselves some room. And let's get rid of everything we don't need. Well, we might want to keep the landfill, because it does take up a lot of room. Well, we got more than one bucket, or more than one crate case, or crate, or whatever, chest. Those things. We got more than one of those things. Let's get rid of all the junk that we don't need. We're gonna go through at some point, and we're going to purge out of that, but not right now. And let's go ahead and load up on as many artillery rounds as we can carry. Oh, and you know what we don't have? One processing unit and one radar. Radar. We only need one. Right? Right. And then you can have that back. And then we want to pick that up. Alright, so get rid of that. We don't need that. We don't need both of them, actually. We don't need that. That's 3 more rounds we can have. You know, priorities. Hell. There's 6 more rounds we can have. Right? Right. Okay, let's go kill us some biters. Just for the fun of it. Right? Alright, so now, these suckers have 2 ranges. They have a minimum range of 32, they have, which is the closest they can be. They've got an automatic range of 224, which they will shoot that far automatically. Or they have a manual range of 560, which is like down here somewhere. But I want to watch. So, let us load these fuckers. And the cool thing is, you can see it on the map, fly over, and hit these guys. Now it is going to piss these guys off, but it'll shoot each of these bases and kill the bases for us. So the goal, what we're going to eventually do, and you can use this and target yourself. You can tell it to target certain things, and you can pick what to target, and it'll target them. So like, we can target up here and target these guys. I don't know if we can get that close or not. Yeah, so you can shoot these guys that are getting on your fence line. But what we're going to use this to do is we're going to set up a bunch of rail stops along these rails, and we're going to have this sucker go out here and kill all these bases and push them. Well, you see how far back this thing fires, so it's going to push them well back beyond even our radar range. Now it's going to piss them off. So we're going to have to deal with that. We're going to have to come back in here and we're going to have to fix the stuff that we break. There we go. Now we got their attention. These spitters, in a way, I don't know whether this is all over the country or not, all over the U.S., but here on the East Coast, we have these things that, when I was growing up, we referred to them as pill bugs. I don't know if that's the correct nomenclature for them or not. Why is that a ghosty? I don't... Oh, I guess because we used all of them. But they're these little roly-poly bugs that roll up into a ball when they're threatened. And like I say, that's what we always refer to them as is pill bugs or roly-polies. I don't know how many is considered a stack. But that's kind of what the spitters remind me of. So let's pull forward. And like I say, what we're going to do is we're going to put a whole bunch of train stops along here. And they'll go forward and they'll stop. And then these guys will fire and clear out, you know. And if we keep them cleared, then we won't have to keep coming back in here and repairing our fences. Yeah, see, them guys are... Oh, there they are. So what we can do is we can do a combination of things. We can run the guns up and down the rails, which will keep them pushed back. And then we can bring bots out here on a network with repair kits and walls to go through and replace I don't want all of them though. And I love the sound of these things. It's great. Now I have seen people build like huge trains of these things. And they'll keep them quite a ways back. And if we keep at it and we keep these trains running regular, it'll keep these biter bases back. Now there's one back here that looks like it may have reformed. Or re-inhabited that area. But not for long. There we go. He's gone. And now we can have our biter payback. We just have to make a bunch of these shells. And if we set this up with, you know, train stops that it comes and it stops for X amount of time periodically and makes the whole loop, we'll be able to keep these biters off our base. And once we clear it all out the first time, then it's a matter of maintenance after that. Of course, we are going to have to go fix these fences, but that's okay. But for like big bases like this is the way to go. Between this and nukes. And we're working on our nukes. So pretty. But like it definitely pisses them off. But it's pretty devastating to them. And the guns prioritize the worms in the nests. So, you know, the biters will come after us, but that's okay. As long as we take out the worms in the nests, the lasers will generally take care of the hordes that come after. And keep in mind, these guys have had plenty of time to gather. So once we start getting these nests cleared out on the regular, that won't be the case anymore. Now we are out of shells, unfortunately. So as I said, we're going to have to make a bunch of them, but there we go. It was kind of fun. Let's go up and check on our rocket. Oh yeah, they're getting close to getting through there because they're pissed. So we'll have to go down there and fix that area. But there we go. Lasers did their job. Let's go down there and fix that area though before we put. Well, we'll do that off camera. We're going to go ahead and park our train. We'll do that off camera. We're going to go check on our... Oh, we're not back far enough to get to our... Alright, fine. We'll go fix that now, since we got to head in that direction. If we have enough... Yeah, we should have enough walls. Come on, stop, stop, stop. I gotta research braking. But if we make the rounds often enough, we should be able to keep these guys the hell out of our way. Alright, we're out of walls. Which isn't a good thing, because we have a hole here, but there we go. Oh. Crap. We're gonna have to make another one. Oh well. Let's go fishing. This is what I was saying. You can fish with bots. Wasteful a little bit, but hell of a lot faster than doing it by hand. Alright, there we go. Let's go home. Now, this is going to take us the long way, but that's okay. We can do an inspection while we're out here. Show you guys what I did. So yeah, they're going to have a heyday over here. On this side over here, oh yeah, they're going to have a field day with the artillery. But even that little bit, I mean, we cleared out a bunch. Now they'll be back. There's no keeping them going. But if we ran, say, a couple of trains, even with just 2 or 3 guns apiece, and we just kept them rotating, every time one went out, one stopped and started loading up ammo, we could keep them going, and we could keep these fighters down. And we'll ramp up our production of artillery shells at this point. We're what, about a quarter of the way done atomic bomb? Not too bad. Like I say, I'm going to look and see if there's an atomic artillery shell. That would be the bee's knees. Now, I thought the way these worked was these would draw out of the wagons. Apparently they do not. So my thought process was load the wagons up. What I'm going to have to do is put inserters down here to load these guys as well. In fact, let's see if we can do that now. Let's see if we can get this to work. Yeah, there we go. So then if we did that and that, right? Then it would potentially load all of them. And we just let it sit until it loads them. Alright. And until we wanted it again. Because until we go make train stops. And what we'll do is we'll set that up so that it waits there until it's full. And we'll replace those 2 cars with artillery. And then we can have it go and go to each stop and wait, you know, 30 or 60 seconds at each stop. And there you go. Alright guys, so there it is. We just have to wait on this to build. We're at 30%. And it's just a matter of waiting on these suckers because they're slow. meanwhile, we can continue to research other stuff. And like I say, this is going to build up, and that'll fill up and back all the way up to where it needs to be, and everything will be backed up. All right, guys. See you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.